let's jump into the February 2025 rental market analysis here. We're also going to get into the sales market as well, which, as you know, is some new information that we're dropping on these just to keep you fully informed. I'm going to be quiet, Mike, give us some information here on the Indianapolis February market.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is February's data. Now we're recording this in March, and who knows when you're watching this, probably in March. But so this is February's data, which is one of the slowest months here in Indy. And I got to tell you, I'm pretty encouraged. I'm pretty happy with what I see here for the February's numbers. The active homes 1,067. That's actually down a little bit from last month. And again, those guys who have been watching this for a while know that this is a new graphic and some new data points. So we don't have the year over year information in there because this is a new source of data. So we'll have that as time goes on. But for now, we don't have that. But anyway, inventory is going down month over month, which is always a good thing. Less inventory is less competition. That's always good. Average rental price heading in the right direction, both month over month and year over year. So just up slightly since last month, and then year over year up just about 2%. You can if you can see on there a little sneak peek into March. If that holds true, we're going to see a big jump in March, which as you can see from last year's graphic down there in the bottom left, typically as time goes on, as we get into the busier season, the average rental price typically goes up and then peaks, midsummer, and then kind of comes back down in the winter. So I would expect to see more of that. It looks like we're kind of onto a normal trend, which is nice. And then speaking of nice, 49 days on the market is not amazing, but for February, that's pretty decent. It's respectable. It's I would say acceptable is what it is. And look at that, it's down 14% month over month. So while not the best, pretty darn good for February. And I expect to see that also go down as we kind of get into the spring and summer leasing season. So that's a great place to start, as opposed to, last year we had that crazy wild ride with days on the market. So it's good to see some normalcy returning to the market here for days on the market. Price per square foot. This is a new data point that we're tracking. Most of the time, this is more of a multifamily number, but we're putting it up here. So we're going to track it for single family, which is the top line here, and then also for multifamily and townhomes. So for single family, $1.16 per square foot. And then the middle two graphics there. These are again new for us this year. The top one is apartments. So there's 791 apartments available for rent right now in Indianapolis, and the average rent on that is it's 1,044. And then of course you're going to see the average price per square foot much higher at $1.52, because typically apartments are going to be much smaller than a single family home. So that's why you see that huge differential there, and way more on a price per square foot basis. And then the second one there is townhomes or condos. There's 118 townhomes or condos available for rent. Average rent on that almost exactly the same as single family. So 1619 versus 1625. Days on the market is very similar, and price per square foot is very similar, with 52 days on the market and $1.22 for the price per square foot. Let's see the three graphics at the bottom. I mean, really everything is up year over year, which is good. I'm going to focus mostly on the single family homes. I think that's what most of our investors invest in. Some townhomes as well, but they're looking good. And sneak peek in March is also looking good. So I'm pretty pleased with the Indy stats here for February.
Yeah, same here. Some of these numbers are trending, and I'm trying to keep my comments like I was just stating at the front end of this podcast, is that we've attempted this a couple of times. So right now we're just trying to get the numbers out to you guys so that you can consume it and then make informed decisions. But sometimes I have struggled at holding back some of my thoughts on the current market. So average days on market at 49, like Mike already indicated, that is down from the previous month, which was at 57. Which isn't all that unusual, right? We're getting into some seasonality here. Boots on the ground is what I like to say when I reference what I feel like Red Door is currently experiencing, which without a doubt, I feel like applications have ticked up considerably. Now, what I want to mention here is everyone is pretty aware, I think, at this point, whether you're in the industry or not, what's going on with the real estate market. and the sales market is essentially coming to a freeze. And so what that typically does is people still need to move for whatever reason that people move for, right? Job change, moving close to family, whatever that is, people are still going to move. So I expect that to continue to drive the rental market to a very strong market, right? I think it's going to have a strong impact on the rental market. It's going to continue to it's going to continue to create a strong rental market. I think I've driven that point home, but and that's because nobody's going to be able to uh, sell or purchase a home. So anyway, any comments
Wow,
on any of
really,
that?
really doom and gloom on the on the sales market there.
I mean, I do. I think the sales market's going. Yeah, I think there's a bunch of turmoil going on in the sales market. And I don't think that's any secret, right? There's nothing going to happen with interest rates in the short term, and sales prices are still high. I mean, as it continues
No,
to
you're
slow,
right.
maybe they'll come down. But anyway, yeah, I am doom and gloom on the sales market.
No, you're right. I mean, it is there is a shift happening for sure. How bad it's going to get, who knows? We've had that discussion before. I think you're a little bit more pessimistic than I am. I think it's going to be a little bit more balanced, but you're right. Interest rates aren't going anywhere. Sales numbers are slowing down significantly. We're going to see that here in the next couple of slides. So you're right. I mean, there's definitely a shift in the market taking place right now.
I think that covers it. So I think that just reflects in some of these numbers. And what drove me to that thought was looking down there at the average rental price over time, the single family homes, as it indicates that sharp incline there coming into March. And I think that's probably why. So that's the reason I just wanted to mention it, and I felt so strongly about it is because that steep incline into March, which, as we mentioned earlier, I think is a little bit earlier than seasonality typically affects. So there it is. Let's move on. Let's get into the sales numbers and see what that indicates. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think you're going to see that you're right on the sales data. So this is again February of 2025 closed sales. Okay, and when we look at these, we look at this from an investor point of view. So we put a price cap of $500,000. So we don't even look at homes that are over 500 because if you're investing for a rental, most likely you're not going to purchase a home that's over 500,000. It's just not going to cash flow. It's just 99% of our homes. Well, 95% of our homes that we manage are under there. So that's why we put that cap on there. So anyway, in Indianapolis, the average days on the market is creeping up. Look at that, 65 days on the market for homes that sold in February. That is up 22% month over month. That's pretty significant. Average price per square foot is $159 per square foot. And so that's actually an increase in month over month and year over year. Obviously following suit is average sales price 244, 655. Again, up just a little bit month over month and up, gosh, almost 6% year over year. And then 686 of those homes sold. So there's lots and lots available. So, I mean, I say this every single time, but that is such an affordable price point for here, anywhere else in the US. I mean, gosh, that is super, super attractive. I think that's why Indy is the number 2 place to invest in per Zillow, or was it
Exactly.
just the number 2 real estate market? I think is what it was. And I think that the affordability goes a long way towards that. So 244, what an affordable sales price. And we've got a couple of graphs here on the bottom. One of it just kind of price over time. The gray one is last year, 2024. And again, we do see that same seasonality of up and down for spring and summer that we do in the rental market. And then what's good news is we're starting off the year. Everything is over last year. So, everything I'm reading, Chris, is that sales are going to slow down. And probably days on the market are going to go up, but also prices are going to continue to climb. And I don't think it's going to be drastic. I don't think it's going to be through the roof. It's probably going to slow down quite a bit, but everything I'm reading is that's going to be the trend: slowing down in sales, less sales, but average price still creeping up a little bit. So I don't know if we're going to see a huge relief in terms of average sales price. Let me just finish this last thing, and then I know you got something to say. Just the last graphic on the bottom right is number of homes sold in the different price points. So it's just to kind of educate our buyers as far as where are these homes priced, how many of them are selling, and this is over the last 12-month period. So you can see there's tons of homes available in that, under 200,000. So even though the average sales price is 244, there's still tons of homes even below that. And there's, tons of homes in that 2 to 250 and 250 to 300. So there's lots of homes available in that very affordable price point in the Indianapolis market. That's it, Chris. I'll let you go.
Yeah, all right, thanks. I'll keep it much quicker here because we're still on the first market here, the market reports. Real quick, I will say that this is indicating what the last month's market report was indicating, which was in my favor, in my argument. And I love that we didn't review these before we get into it. I mean, everything you're seeing here is just real reaction on as we digest the information right along with you. So, but when we got into last month's sales market report for Indianapolis, we were looking at a month-to-month decrease of about a quarter of a percent on the average sales price, but the homes sold month over month, we were looking at down 27% last month. Okay, this month we're seeing it's up 15%. So that means it's still down from where we were in December, but you are up almost approaching 16% as far as the number of homes sold, which is probably a little bit of seasonality. But honestly, that's not where I expected to see the sales data indicating. So this is new information that we're reporting on. We just started this year. I know we've already heard from a ton of people that you're loving the sales info right along with the rental info. So be sure to mention in the comment chat if you are enjoying this, or if there's any other information that you'd like us to report on along the way. But this is awesome. It's not it's not defending my argument. I will have to admit so far, but look, we're still early on it. I'm not ready to give up my stance yet. We'll see where we are next month.
Well, and it is, year over year, it's down 6%. So does kind of go to your in terms of number of homes sold. So
That's a good point.
it's cool that we're doing this data at such a interesting time in the market because it's going to be fun to watch and report on this as it kind of unfolds live. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
it's cool. So I'm really glad we're adding these sales data.